So I'm really excited to show this and to speak with you, George, at the same time. Okay. And the reason why is because of this piece of equipment. So this is an Azulle Access 4. This is your equipment with Azulle, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And so I'm going to do something different than what you're used to. And that is I'm going to start with making myself a hand model. You never known me as a hand model before, have you?
There
So
you
I'm
go.
actually here in the tour bus. I'm here in the bus in Vancouver Island, Canada. So this is where I get to hide out and work on this. And let's talk a little bit about history and the present and the future. The first one is that if somebody orders one of these things, it's got power on the side and HDMI plug-in, and that's what I've done here. I just came into this location. I'll show you right from scratch. Received the device, plug in HDMI, make sure the TV's on and set to the right input, and plug in power. You see a blue light there. Okay. Now, what you know that is very unique to us is that we started at the operating system and up. We spent a decade figuring out how to have a super durable operating system in intermittent environments to the point where we can get to the desktop in about 25 seconds. And we can get to your content in less than 30 seconds. In fact, this is the layout that is already playing in the showrooms for the emergency management software that I believe is the most used around the world. So a lot of the people that you're going to be presenting to probably already use that emergency system. They just have never seen us. They don't know that we're behind the scenes in the showrooms for the emergency software. So the purpose of this video today, which is completely unscripted, you weren't expecting this today, were you, George? Agreed?
No, sir.
Okay. I brought RV in from the other side of the planet, who is one of our support operations center reps, because his computer there, he can access my device. So, RV, may I speak?
Yes.
Can you look for sign number 3342, please?
Okay.
And can you share your screen when you're ready to do an alert? And what we're going to do here is also make a public-facing announcement with Azulle. Okay, here it goes. Let's start with what you're seeing on your screen there. That is RV's interface in my demo account. He's going to alerts. He's clicking on new alert, and he's filling in the minimum he has to, which is just to, basically do alerts. So do a countdown, RV, for me.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, click.
Changed. Okay.
That's pretty fast.
According to the emergency management software, we're the first thing to trigger in their showroom every time. We've done over 10,000 test alerts. Okay, so RV, you want to get rid of the alert, please?
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, click.
Okay, so let's do a recap. I came into a building, did nothing more than plugged in the what we call SAM stick, which is your Azulle Access 4 with our operating system on it. So I plugged it into a screen and zero config. I had the operating system loaded up and had it to, we could make it an unlimited amount of, ideas of content, because we have thousands and thousands of different clients that do digital signage in different ways. But this is way more than just digital signage. This is so much more. This is the backhaul in the showrooms for the emergency management system, and we need people to know this. And for my personal passion on it, this should be in every classroom, period. And the holdback, if the holdback is simply the cost of the hardware, and I want to power interrupt this just to prove a point, right? Um, there's a reason why we use this form factor. There's a reason for all of this, very, very specific. And back to, I challenge you to take any other device and unplug it, plug it back in a couple thousand times, and have it just continue to work. That's a lot of thought process that made it that this is a trusted device. Here's what I'm putting forward as an offer. Okay. Nobody's heard this before at Azulle. Nobody's heard this before in the public. I'm so confident in the hardware, okay, that we're going to consider it a deposit and full refund. Sounds insane, but seriously, I mean, well outside of your warranty, right? I want this in every classroom. And if it's a holdback because it's a couple $100s for a freaking computer, seconds save lives. We built the entire technology backhaul behind this that it should be in every single classroom. Okay.
I
So
agree.
what we're going to do is we're going to offer out there, you know what? Just get the equipment. Just please get the equipment. We'll figure out who's going to sponsor it, right? And if you can't figure out who to sponsor it, then just pay the deposit. You got it? Because the point of insanity. It needs to be in every classroom. So sorry, it sounds so, way out there passionate about it, but here's Arby, can you share your screen and show the remote control? Okay, I need to see you to see the second layer of this, George, that nobody has seen, and why I want to do that. Okay, check this out. RV, can you please grab the remote control for my device? Okay, this is a little more advanced, but bear with me, George, and you'll go, what? This is crazy. Okay, RV, can you please grab the clock? All right, grab that layer. Okay. Yeah, can you please grab the clock and just move it down a little bit because it's not really centered on the screen. So let's do a recap. What's happening here live? RV is real time changing and controlling my experience of my screen from the other side of the planet in real time. Every school should be able to learn this now. Like the fact that we've got not, the world's fastest, we think, emergency notification system to screens. And on top of it, we developed a technology where you can real time interact with all of the elements of the design. It's unlimited to what you could do with this. Okay. So, yeah, RV, can you do me a favor? Take the Toyo tires down at the bottom, right? Because this is actually a rollout we're doing for automotive. Can you? Thank you. So he is over on the other side of the planet, and he is changing my experience live on the screen. This is a lot more than just regular digital signage. So I want to basically give it away to education. As long as we can find a sponsor, like it's not going to be Toyo Tires, that doesn't make any sense in a classroom, but universities, colleges, alumni, there's got to be a way to bridge the gap here from the cost differential that it becomes such a no-brainer that all the classrooms just get it for real-time interactivity. Oh, RV, can you go to the remote control and change my background, please? So, George, do you have
Yes,
your
sir.
cell do you have your cell phone in front of you?
I do.
You do. Okay. RV, can you please share the remote control? I want to work with George on this. We're going to fight over the background, just so anybody in education that sees this goes, whoa, these guys are way ahead of the curve. Okay, so I've got my phone here in Canada. I am scanning that QR code. Thank you, RV. You might have to scroll it in a little bit because it's really small there in your screen. Thank you. Okay, I've got the what we call remote control. So the concept is to make it so intuitive that it seems like magic, but this works from browser to browser from anywhere. I'm changing the experience behind the clock right now. I could take the clock out, put it into other content. I could take the sponsor out. I could take the weather out, put in new weather. We can do this all live in real time. So George, you've never seen this before, right? Can you click on video background and change my experience here in Canada, please?
Yep, that's
How
me.
how fast how fast is that?
Yeah, that's me controlling it right there.
And you're in Florida.
So, and I'm in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, this should be in every classroom. Like imagine this was artwork. You could put up kids' artwork, right?
Yeah,
It-
I see so many applications for this because I can see them every single month changing the layout, adjusting the layout, having a standard layout, adjusting the
yeah,
layout month by month as the holidays come, and then having preset configurations for specific alerts, fire alarms, things like that. And
yes.
as these instances come, they can instantly change it and deploy that, to the entire school in
Yes,
seconds.
yes.
So, yeah,
And it just
it's
nailed it.
great.
And that's like you can see here what I'm doing is I've decided that I want the media area on the bottom gone there, right? If there's let's say the clock, right? Take the clock area and move it out as well, right? You can just move everything live. Okay. So yeah, it is. It becomes mind-blowing what we could do with this technology in public space. Hey RV,
Yes.
this is the last thing. Can you do me a favor? Fight with me? Because I'm moving the clock over to the left. Okay. You try moving over to the right from the Philippines.
Moving the sponsor.
Oh, you you moving the sponsor up. Okay, good enough. But yeah, you get that this becomes also a high support service thing because we can help from the support operations center while they're learning the technology live.
Yeah.
Hey, so I know you can tell I'm a little bit passionate about this. So I'm going to put back to headshot here. Okay, so what I'm doing here live, okay, this is literally happening live, is that we just did an interview with the crew in Jamaica that ran with Sam, and they did missing children report with the government over there, and they're just doing an awesome job of having the technology go everywhere across the country, right? So this is going to be posted as a YouTube video just after that one.
Hmm.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So that you can send that out to people and you can send out what our offer is, and that you know how Apple just gave it at cost for Macs when they first got started to education because it was just like a no-brainer. It was just
Hmm.
like it should be everywhere. I
Yeah.
see that as the same tipping point with this as the Alyssa's Law silent alert becomes state by state, probably a federal thing over time. It's great that you have all of these emergency alert trigger things, but
Hmm.
we're an essential part of the output for the classroom. And it's heartbreaking to see that what happened was one of the schools, which was in the news and made CNN, right? They just got lucky. They implemented the emergency notification and they had smart screens into the classroom just installed like 10 days prior to when that shooter entered the building. Okay. If they had not had that kind of infrastructure 10 days prior, it would have been a way different situation. You can go look on CNN. I'm not going to tell you who it was or what it was, but
Hmm.
I'm just going to leave it as this at a couple $100 solution makes it now at a price point where, this would be harsh. You got a choice. You can either get a couple of tanks of gas or you can potentially save a kid's life,
Yeah. No,
right?
the value is definitely there. It goes beyond schools too. Schools are a great target, but I mean, I can see these in city halls, in
Yes.
courtrooms, and anywhere really, anywhere really that where there's high traffic and a lot of people coming in and out,
Yeah.
airports, things, basically
Hmm.
anywhere. This is the best solution I've seen out there for sure. And I'm not just saying that. You know.
Well, I appreciate that from you watching for years as we've been perfecting SAM and the core system and
Hmm.
the interactivity and all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate that as a testimonial. Here's where it gets a little deeper on a personal basis, okay? I'm watching Rob Pearman and that crew with Intelligent Multimedia over in Jamaica put up the missing children reports, and they found a couple of kids. They had to take down the missing kid reports for a couple of kids, right? And so meanwhile, I'm sitting on top of a technology that we've proven it out with the emergency notification software for years, right? Of perfect uptime. And we're in major universities. We're in places where, like we don't have to prove who we are anymore. here's the aha moment for you. I live on a fault line. Vancouver Island has an emergency early earthquake warning system. Okay.
Hmm.
I need to get that into buildings across where I live
Yeah.
because a normal alert can take a second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds at minimum. When you're doing bulk SMS messaging for thousands and thousands of people, depending on the weight in the queue, it can take many minutes, right? Where if I got this into public places across the island I'm on, it would it could potentially give it that, you know, 10 to 15 seconds to go, what? Oh, okay, I got to get out of this building. Got it?
Yeah. Every second
So
counts.
every second counts. And so that's the push in my part of the world. So you're
Hmm.
helping me as a testimonial back to my part of the world where I'm going to push here as hard as I can with everybody that's in the emergency management side of things. Because
Hmm.
it looks like just a digital sign, you move everything around, do whatever your own messaging is, but it's, I think every screen, when you think about it, in the world ultimately should have an emergency management overlay.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at a bid. I'm actually looking at a bid from DIR
Hmm.
for emergency preparedness, disaster recovery information technology.
Hmm.
So we're definitely gonna be adding this as one of the solutions.
Well, when you add it in as a solution, know that we are the digital sign solution that is in the master's program for emergency management and resilience
Mhm.
at Royal Roads University. They teach the master's program in emergency management and resilience.
Gotcha. I'm
So I can
actually
give
gonna
you, hmm,
I'm
yep,
actually gonna share that with you. I'm gonna
yes,
send you a link to the bid so that you can look at it at your leisure.
okay, okay. I
But
I appreciate that.
this is right up our alley here.
Hmm.
They've made some changes to make it easier for the purchasers to use
Mm,
our stuff, and it's the
mm,
time now to go ahead and
mm,
bid on this. We have
mm,
until September 10th currently
mm.
to get all the documents together.
Okay. Well, anything I can do to help from my side, of course, you appreciate that we are extremely hyper focused on the perfection side of it, and we've
Hmm.
done it, right? Now this recording, there's nothing here that we said that was private or confidential. I did this all in a test account. You are welcome to share this amongst your client base, your peers, whoever you want to send this out to. I
Hmm.
put it in, I kind of put it in verbal writing today. Yeah,
Hmm.
if it's a monetary issue, um, and a question about durability, right?
Hmm.
I can speak to the durability, and you know, the truth is, if clients end up not getting lazy and not using us and not, I want the equipment for our own deployments. You get what I mean? So might as well put in writing, there's got to be something of a restocking fee for the cost of shipping and stuff like that, I guess. But like,
Yeah, we'll figure that out when we get to the because I'm going to
yeah,
start getting pricing together for this thing soon,
okay,
and we'll have that one. We will be a more private conversation. I'll talk with you to
okay.
because you know
Well, and
because
I'm also gonna look for sponsors, right? I'll be clear on
Mhm.
that one too. There's got to be somebody in the middle at the, like you say, university or alumni level, or somebody that goes, "Come on, guys, really? It's a holdback, So yeah, so yeah, let's talk about that one offline. But is there anything else that to close this conversation today? Any commentary, anything before we post this live?
No, I mean the only thing that maybe we can make some kind for the sponsorship. Maybe we can figure out some kind of a cooperative thing with
Hmm.
instead of just trying to find one.
Hmm.
Uh, Maybe we could do some outreach to different universities and things like
Hmm.
that, and uh, that would maybe we could put the sponsorship kind of like on a rotating thing.
Mm.
We just have to be careful with the sponsors and make sure that we get the appropriate sponsors. Uh,
Yes.
for where they're going to be.
Oh,
But
and
that's something I'll try to help you as much as I can on that for the
I
outreach.
you also I always forget about the most important part, and I leave it to last.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, we're not just what's called CAP compliant, which is Common Alerting Protocol to be able to do the real-time trigger over of the alerts. We're also VAST compliant and already tested by the top ad exchange. Okay, so what that means is the pictures behind or videos behind here. If we got rid of everything in the clock and just did video, you could actually subscribe this to the ad exchange, and depending on the traffic and the location, it will monetize. And
Hmm.
that's when you brought like City Hall. Yeah, a lot of city halls aren't going to want to see a, you know, let's say I don't want to say a brand, but you get what I mean. Like
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
want
I
to
got you.
see
Yeah, certain
advertising.
things are appropriate. Yeah,
Yeah,
certain things aren't.
but if it's such a fixed budget that they can't get an emergency notification signage system into the building without having to ask somebody for money,
Hmm.
they can monetize it off of the ad exchange and just do it that way.
Yeah. Could is that something how could we monetize it ourselves? For instance, like let's say that they didn't want to pay the deposit that they would have to opt in to these advertisements to receive that discount, and those ads would run for like a specific time or something like that until
And
the
and I
the yeah.
I
It's just an
I
idea. I'm
agree.
just throwing it
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I struggle with that one for the only reason that I don't want to be in the middle, in between the advertiser and the
Mm.
location, because I believe the purest, nicest way to do this is to be incredibly transparent all the way through and just
Mm-hmm.
give all of the different options that we've found in the digital signage industry, right?
Gotcha.
That's the one where I want to make it so that the location says, yeah, I got enough foot traffic. Boy, I'd like to make some money. Well, okay, there you go. There's your connection to the ad exchange.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
And
it
then
just
they could recoup it later on
exactly.
themselves.
Yes, exactly. And make money. Like
Hmm.
that's what I'm seeing is that the programmatic world, programmatic digital out of home did a tipping point here in 2024 into 2025, which we're now, September 25 coming up, right? Is that it's a I'm Canadian, so I'll just say it's a hockey stick, right? It's gone like this, and all of a sudden this year, boom, advertisers are spending money on screens because they're spending a little less money than they used to on doing advertising through the cloud. Hmm. Anyhow, I'm sorry. I'm digressing and I'm stopping to eat a bite for lunch as well. I just really appreciate, George, your time today, your candor. It's been invaluable as we've been getting to perfection on the operating system. Thank you.